And the third one is electricity, for sure. We don't want to see by 2040 everyday power cut and never expect power always. We don't want to see that by 2040. What we want to see is a very high modern system in electricity. We have access to electricity. People don't fear by 9 p.m. going out of their homes because they would be attacked by bandits because there is no electricity. That's not what we want to see. This is what we want to see. Now, how hydraulics comes in the scene is first by Africa's hydraulic potential, because as I define it, it's using our water. And that's the main purpose of hydraulics. And we in Africa, we have, look at this all potential. We are talking about Victoria Falls, all the power it means. We are talking about the Congo River. We are talking about Lake Victoria. That is the second widest freshwater lake in the world. Why don't we use that water and we just seek for oils, minerals, etc.? Why don't we use this water? And so I truly believe that hydraulics will make it happen. Because if you take the example of agriculture, we have a good irrigational systems. Farmers won't spend hours and hours digging holes where the water can pass. No, we will have modern systems. And they think more about how to improve their lands and their productivity instead of just digging and manual work that's not very efficient without this water. If I take the example of safe water supply, for sure, if we have good canalization, I don't know how to put it in easy words that you can understand. Okay, what I mean by canalization is putting very modern pumps and pipes that connects African countries to supply them in safe water. And And let me just give you an example of how hydraulics project change things. First one is, I can give South Africa. We are in South Africa. It is said that South Africa had the fourth safest water in the world, is the fourth country with the safest water in the world. Why can't a country like Senegal or Sudan or just near Botswana, Lesotho have the same characteristic? And the second example I want to give and then pass on is OMVS in Senegal. And that means basically Organization for the Exploitation of River Senegal. They built 2 dams, but they were just focusing on the one with hydroelectricity, and it was not even efficient. So what they did around 2003, 2004 was that they focused on the zone of the other dam, that was Jama, and they initiated many projects for irrigation of the fields near that sector, the basin. And so when they started doing that, we noticed a very huge change. And what was that change? Before that, 2004, 2003, we were always importing Hollandaise onion in Senegal. So I rarely met Senegalese onion, and you could just meet it in the villages, for example. But when they started these projects, now in 2009, 2008, we use like most of throughout the year our own onion, the Senegalese onion, because it has improved through these projects. Now, finally, the second point, how as African young leaders we can change this situation. First, we have to dream big, as I am doing my vision. We have to have visions and believe in it and make it happen. And for the moment, what I suggest that we might enhance is, for example, networks of African hydraulics engineers. Today we are talking about brain drains and our most efficient engineers being outside in other zones other than Africa. So if we do this network, we will reconnect all those people that we need in Africa. And there would be some benefits like mentorship programs for us, like me, or other people who want to learn more about this sector. We would have mentors that show us the path and how to be more efficient. And the second one is also diverse work experience, because we just don't need to study and then come and say, oh, we'll make it if we don't know the area practically. So this can bring us this benefit. The second thing that we have to do is to encourage small-scale projects. I think it's very important because it's through small-scale projects when we are young that we have creative solutions to the need we see. Let me give you an example. In ALA, we have started. We don't wait for tomorrow. We are solution-oriented. Some students from some of my colleagues, their community service site is Ahanan. It's some minutes from the school. And they identified a need there. Because they saw that the farmers in there, they have water near them. But that water is, they don't have the modern system, the right system that can alimент all the fields. So what they did is this prototype of their project, that the water is there. This is a reserve where all the water is. So they create the power in this reserve that will alimент this branch that you see. And so the farmers don't need to go and carry the water and come and irrigate and lose time. So the final one is to enhance large-scale projects. Because in Africa, okay, I'm a student, I'm learning, but I haven't yet heard about a hydraulic project that's African, all over Africa. I haven't heard it yet, and that's what I want to see. So we need to enhance it. I can't talk about my vision without mentioning all the challenges we might face, because we need very highly educated people, like engineers. We need them. We need to enhance that sector so that we would be able to take advantage of this water. And I think all of you, as businessmen, investors, you can help us, the young leaders, by scholarships so that we can access to good education. Now, the second challenge, that is the saddest one, is the environmental and social problems. Because if we want to build a dam as big as the Three Gorges in China, we would have to displace some people to live in other areas. We would have to cut trees because we need the space where to build the dam. And so that would be the hard challenge, I think. But I also think that cutting 10,000 trees to build a dam is more efficient than cutting 10,000 trees, making a field where it wouldn't be efficient in agriculture terms. So, to conclude, finally, these are proposals for practical steps we can take to reach our goal, and that is our vision. However, as I said now, it's not going to be easy because these challenges are huge. It would be very foolish to undermine them. And, but as the Swahili saying goes, atafutaye hachoki na kichoka keshapata. And that means if you want to achieve something very big, you have to start with a single step. So as African young leaders, ALA especially, it's our role to start that step and make it happen. Thank you.